Hey everyone, it's Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to Walsh Farms. First, Uncle Al, I know you're watching. And no, I don't have a hat on. And Uncle Al's concerned about me because I had skin cancer here and 2 or 3 other places. But Uncle Al, I don't wear a hat when I'm videoing because my egg-shaped head. So I wear one when I'm outside most of the time, just not when I'm videoing. But I do appreciate your concern over me. So it's Saturday, and it's time to do a garden update. So let's get turned around and see where we're at. So here we have, and we're at the house. We have raised bed number 1, and in it you see the cabbage there. But last Sunday we planted these cucumbers in eggplant, and it was warm Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and somewhat Wednesday, but turned off a little chilly on Thursday, Friday, and today being Saturday. So none of these seeds have popped up yet. So let's move to bed number 2. Okay, bed number 2 you've seen numerous times because I've been doing that series on to soak or not soak beets. Of course, you see the 2 lettuces on the left, and we have been harvesting leaves off of that. We're not waiting for it to make its head. We just pick off it as we want to because it's crunchier like that and has more taste. So you see the original beet seeds there. Remember, those were dry, those were soaked, and those were dry. So the dry definitely caught up with the soak, but we transplanted them last Saturday, or thinned them out. So thinning them out, we transplanted them, and you can see how they are growing here, and they are doing superb. And then over here, Jackie planted some more lettuce and some celery. The lettuce is starting to come up, but the celery is not. So let's move to bed 3. Okay, we done seed starts earlier in the year, and you can see the production of some of that, but we did not do as good as we thought, and it's just because both of our full-time jobs have kept us going crazy. So over here, this was one of 3 gentry squash that survived the seed start, but we planted some more last Saturday in one more gentry squash here, and then we have 2 slick pick. Both of them come from seeds, but you can see this one come up from last Saturday to today, this Saturday, but that one has not. Here's a zucchini that come from transplant out of a seed start in the house to a seed last week that's not come up. And again, it's just the cooler temperatures, I believe, have slowed it down from Thursday, Friday, and today. Bell pepper seed start in the house, so it's transplant to a seed in the ground that has not come up. Both of these are transplants from the house, a wonder bell pepper and a yellow bell pepper. And then here we have another yellow bell pepper, or red bell pepper. I need to go around to the other side and see what those are. Then we have some tomatoes here, but this one here is, for some reason, has decided to pass away. And that's a beef tomato. We'll have to replant it. But we have a beef steak there. Have some cucumbers there growing up. So those are doing good. So let's go to the Greenstalk. Now we have 2 Greenstalks, and I have a code in this video description. It's in every video description. It's a discount code. So if Greenstalks interest you, you can get a discount by using my link. Jackie likes these because she can roll them around. She moves them in the garage during the wind and cold weather, but she moves them out. And we're actually going to convert these to strawberry planters at some point in time. But she's got everything from tomatoes to peppers to lettuce, and we have been eating off of this. You can see she's picked lettuce off of that one, so we have been eating lettuce off of this. You see the tomatoes got bloomed, so they're coming out. So again, if Greenstalk gardening or vertical gardening is interest to you, look at our description. and you can get a discount. And there are cheaper brands. You can get stuff from the dollar store, but these are heavy duty. They're on wheels so they roll. But what Jackie likes about it is we can water the top, and it drains down into each of these compartments. You can see the holes right there, the drain holes. So it's a controlled drainage all the way to the bottom. And if you get too much, like if they sit out in the rain, that bottom one will not get too wet because it will flow out. So this is just Jackie's vertical gardening. So now let's go to the big garden. Well, before we go to the big garden, let me show you our trees here at the house. So we've got a fig tree here that we planted last fall. So you can see it is coming out. And then over here we've got four blackberries that we planted last fall. Got the blackberries growing there. And then a raspberry here on the end. So I've got the blackberries intertwined with that cow panel there, and got the raspberry with this or hog panels here. They're both hog panels. And the reason I'm using hog panels or cow panels and not just wire or rope is because we have the tendency to have high winds here, and as much work as we put into these, the last thing I want is a wind to come blow them down. So it's going to take a heck of a windstorm to blow down these 4x4 posts in these panels. It's a little bit more expensive to put it up like that, but to me those plants are an investment. So I want to do everything I can do to make sure they survive the wind and the rain that we have, because again, the rain can soften up your posts and posts start leaning with the weight of the vines on a rope. So this here, the weight of the vines is no worry to these panels. So now let's go to the big garden. Okay, so we're back at the big garden spot over at my mother-in-law's. And this row to the right is all radishes. This part here, which is the purple plum radish, it is growing well for only being in the ground 7 days. Then we have Helios garden radish. It's growing well, but the watermelon radish is coming up sporadically. Same people planted it with the same method, but just a little bit different. I don't know if it's different germination rate or why. And the jade bush bean isn't hardly coming up at all yet. And here we're starting out with the jalapeno peppers, and these are all transplants, so they're still all surviving well. Just more peppers. So they're all doing good. And then get down here to the tomatoes. They're all doing good. A little bit of starting with some discoloration and spots right there. So I don't know if anybody has an idea if they can see them spots right there. I need to do some homework. But then the garlic chives have just started coming up. So we'll see what they look like in a few days. So shortly after I give you the update on those 2 rows, it started sprinkling rain. And it has rained all night long. Not rained hard, but it has rained. And as you know, you can't plant potatoes in wet dirt, so no potato planting yesterday, because this is now Sunday morning. But how much rain have we gotten in the last 12 hours? So if you remember in some videos way back when, I was telling you about my unique mindset of like to collect data, because that's what I do at work. And so we've had over an inch of rain, and this is my calibrated rain gauge down to the thousandths of an inch, not hundredths of an inch. So in this drain tube right here holds 1 inch of water. Most rain gauges from your backyard will hold 5 inches of water, but yet they're not calibrated, and they usually only deal in tenths. And I said thousands, this one deals in hundreds, where most rain gauges in your backyard only deals in tenths. So let me go pour this water out. I'll be right back. Okay, that was 1 inch of water, but I still have water left in this tube right here. So what we do is we put the funnel on, and I'm just recapping for new viewers. And then I pour the water in here. Of course, if I think it's over another inch of water, I have to be careful not to waste it. So what we have that we've had in 12 hours is a little over 1.5 inches, so it's actually 1.52 inches is how much rain we've had in the last 12 hours. So let me go pour this water out. And I'm pouring it on my Greenstalk because we moved them into the garage last night. So that way the water's not going to waste. And I've got videos on how I set this up, and I'll put a link up here in this corner right here. I think it's that corner. So then you just set the tube back in. Put the funnel back on, and rainwater fills it right back up. So let me go hang it back up. I don't want to take my phone out in the rain. It's still raining, so I would need to be collecting water. So this video didn't turn out like I thought it was going to. I had actually expected to end this video by planting potatoes, not by showing you the rain. But since I've made it, I'm going to go ahead and use it. It'll be short. So if you're a viewer, not a subscriber, well, everybody leave me the thumbs up because that's important. But if you're a viewer and not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button for me. It's free, don't cost anything, helps me out. But after you hit the subscribe button, you also need to push that notification bell so that way you get notified of future videos. So hopefully next weekend or by Thursday, after all this dirt dries out, we can bring you back while we're planting potatoes. But until then, y'all take care and God bless.